Hello students, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do another lessons from your English workbook. Lesson number 8, Little Girls Wiser Than Man. Comprehension. Let's check out these exercises. Read these passages carefully and answer the questions that follow. And the title of the passage is The Food Chain. The producers. A food chain is the sequence of who eats whom in a biological community and ecosystems to obtain nutrition. Producers are the beginning of a simple food chain. Producers are plants and vegetables. Plants are at the beginning of every food chain that involves the sun. All energy comes from the sun, and plants are the ones who make food with that energy. They use the process of photosynthesis. Plants also make many other nutrients for other organisms to eat. The consumers are the next linked in a food chain. There are 3 levels of consumers. The level starts with the organisms that eat plants. Scientists name this first group of organisms the primary consumers. They are also called herbivores. They are the plant eaters of the chain. It might be a squirrel, a rabbit, or it might be an elk. It will be out there eating plants and fruits. It will not eat animals. Secondary consumers eat the primary consumers. A mouse might be a primary consumer, and a cat might be the secondary. Secondary consumers are also called carnivores. Carnivore means meat eaters. Tick the correct options to complete the sentences. Plants are, you have been provided with 4 options A, B, C, D, and here the correct option is B, producers. Plants are producers. Number 2, a squirrel is a primary consumer. That is the correct option. Carnivores are secondary consumers. Correct answer, secondary consumer, because carnivores are those meat eaters. Complete these sentences. The sun is the source of energy. Plant this energy of the sun to make food. Primary consumers are also called herbivores. A cat who eats a mouse is a consumer. Find words or expressions from the passage that are closest in meaning to these words. Order, sequence, get hold of, often, maker, producer, and users, consumer. You can try all these exercises yourself first in your workbook textbook, and after that you can check up the answers here. Vocabulary. Listed below are some homonyms. Make 2 sentences with these to bring out their different meanings. Desert. You have to make 2 sentences with these words to bring out their different meanings. Desert, first meaning is that of a food. A food that is served cold. Dessert, like an ice cream which we had after dinner. or as a part of dinner. Desert as a food, the first meaning. Second meaning, desert, a dry land or a dry place where vegetation is very rare. Desert, sand, full of sand, and a barren land. Desert. Okay. But two, wind. The wind is a noun. Okay. It's a name of an element. Okay. The wind blows quietly, like that. And another meaning of the word wind is, we can read it as wind. Used as a verb, and the meaning is completely changed here. The vine winds around the tree, like that. Next we have the word bow. Bow and arrow. That bow is a noun. It has a different meaning. From the word bow, which can be a verb, a sign of respect. For example, I bow before the God to receive his blessing, like that. Next we have grammar. Every sentence has two main parts, a subject and a predicate. Subject and predicate, subject-verb agreement. The subject is the person or thing that does the action. Okay, the subject is the person or thing that does the action. The predicate is the part that contains the action and tells something about the subject. For example, Rita, subject, goes to school every morning. Predicate. Circle the subjects and underline the predicates in these sentences. 1. The bicycle needs new tires. We had a picnic in the park. My favorite colors is purple. Yuvraj is reading a mystery book. Two dogs chase each other across the street. Sana eats ice cream for desserts. Dessert. Okay. Bobby likes to draw pictures of dolphins. The children played in the mud. Nitya's dad is painting the garage door. I built a sand castle at the beach. Subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number, singular or plural. Singular subjects need singular verbs. Plural subjects need plural verbs. For example, my brother is a dentist. My sister are accountants. The indefinite pronouns anyone, everyone, someone, no one, nobody are always singular and therefore require singular verbs. For example, everyone has done his or her homework. Somebody has left her perch. Two singular subjects connected by or nor require a singular verb. For example, neither the rose nor the lily has bloomed. When a singular subject is connected by or nor to a plural subject, put the plural subject last and use a plural verb. For example, neither the teacher nor the students were in class. Use a plural verb with two or more subjects when they are connected by and. For example, the tailor and his assistant are working on the suit. Complete these sentences with the correct forms of the verbs given in the brackets. The price of these jeans is reasonable. The books borrowed from the library are on my desk. The boy who won the 2 medals is a friend of mine. Bread and butter is our daily food. The famous singer and composer has arrived. Collecting matchboxes is one of his favorite pastimes. The quality of the candies is poor. Neither his father nor his mother plays tennis. Neither parent is fond of watching television. None of my friends is there. Many students have made the same mistake. Gold as well as platinum has recently risen in price. The boss as well as his colleagues have been robbed by the robber. 10 tons is a heavy load. 20 years is a long time. Take the correct options in these sentences. There are 20 students in the room. The books on the shelf belong to Jatin. Each of the brothers wears a baseball cap. The crows on the tree and the magpies on the ground were making a lot of noise. Everyone on the plant was annoyed by the little boy running up and down the aisle. Those pencils need to be sharpened. Rice tastes good with chicken. Ronit plays football. You drive the car to work. Tushar uses a fork to eat. Diary entry writing. Imagine you participated in a quiz competition at school. Write a diary entry about your feelings and experience about the competition. You can try this. You can write it in your own 6 to 8 sentences. Begin writing your diary entry with the date, time and place, and use simple sentence. For example, you have to imagine you participated in a quiz competition at school. You can start by saying the name, the title of the quiz competition at school, and the date and the place or the venue, and the particulars of the participants, especially your team. You can imagine all those things and you have to write it in your own sentence. And what are the questions that you try to attempt and you had actually given answers to? What was the last question for you? And the first questions, and how many questions and answers you could give correct reply, correct answers? You have to imagine all those things. Did you lose or did your team won the quiz competition? You have to mention that. And what was your feeling? What did you feel? Did you feel excited? participate in the quiz competitions? And what did you experience about the competition? Was it helpful? Was it something that you anticipated? You enjoyed? And what was the outcome of the quiz competitions? And what did you feel at the end of the competitions? That's it. You can write all those things in simple sentences of your own. It will be fun. Try it.